The biggest challenge is coordinating your breath, that kind of deep diaphragmatic 360 breathing, with your pelvic floor movement. So as your pelvic floor contracts, it's lifting up. It's physically coming up a little bit. So your diaphragm, we also want to do the same thing to come up with the pelvic floor. That means you are breathing out. That diaphragm is pushing air out. So as you contract your pelvic floor, you breathe out. The opposite, as you relax your pelvic floor, you breathe in. So that diaphragm's coming down, letting your lungs fill with air. Your pelvic floor is also relaxing down. Your brain might try to trick you, because when you breathe in, there's kind of this like, oh, well, maybe I should pull in too. So remember, it's the opposite of what your brain kind of wants to do. That as you're breathing in, you're actually relaxing. As you're breathing out, you're pulling in, you're contracting those pelvic floor muscles. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to lay down, and I'm going to use this Pilates ball. Again, super useful tool. So if you feel like you just don't feel your pelvic floor muscles well, squeezing the Pilates ball in between your thighs gets those muscles on, even if you're not well connected to them. So it starts you off in your strengthening journey, in your coordinating those muscles, even when you're feeling like you're maybe not able to. So if you lay down on your back, that's the easiest position to practice in. Please feel free to practice in any position though, because you do need to be able to breathe and coordinate your pelvic floor in any position. If you're laying down, take a nice deep breath in and think of your pelvic floor relaxing, everything like melted butter. And then when you breathe out, you're going to be pulling your pelvic floor up and in. Again, think of those previous cues with a gentle squeeze on the Pilates. As simple as this may seem, breathing doesn't seem like strenuous workout exercise. This is the most important thing that you might ever learn from me. Because if you can apply this to all of the exercises you're doing, then everything you do becomes core strengthening. That is kind of the magic of learning how to use your pelvic floor and breath. Beyond that, it's all the dysfunction, the pain, the urinary problems, the ab separation, the prolapse, the hemorrhoids, all these things that you can be actively working on if they've actually afflicted you, or that you can be preventing if you're working on maybe having another pregnancy, or just in your rehab journey and your return to fitness, making sure that you're doing so in a way that is safe for your pelvic floor.